Hello YouTubers, welcome back to my Total War Warhammer 2 Let's Play featuring Malus Darkblade in the Mortal Empires campaign. Today we're going to be working on trying to shore up this province. We took Dragonfang Mount last time. Malus Darkblade managed to survive with all of his units intact, which is no small feat. And today we're going to be heading up to Dreadrock to try and take that place over. To do so, it's going to take a couple of turns, and fortunately he'll be able to do some recruiting along the way. So for the first turn, we're not going to recruit, we're just going to fast march all the way up here. And then we'll move the Black Ark over to this direction. So looking to take over Dreadrock first, because we're going to most likely have some issues with public order, and this way probably by the time we take it over, and if we loot and occupy, it will cause a rebellion in short order. So going to look to take this over first, establish this as the place where the rebellion is going to happen, and then squash that rebellion possibly before moving over to take over the Shattered Stone Isle. I believe that's about all we're going to be able to do with this turn. Let's check out Admiral Leech. We'll definitely want to upgrade to Raider Lodges. That'll give us access to repeater crossbowmen. So, which is at this point in the game are going to be the lifeblood for taking down these lizardmen. Nothing else we can do here, at least for another turn. And diplomacy wise, I don't think there's anything we can do with Nagarond. I don't see a whole lot of usefulness in befriending everybody up here in the old world, the old homestead, so to speak. And nobody else seems to be all that thrilled with us, so we'll do that. And I guess that's going to be it. So end the turn. This is amazing how much faster this is compared to what it used to be. So end turn phase. It's a blink of an eye. I'm curious to see how it goes with more of the map explored and more units from the other factions and that sort of thing. So I guess first things first, we'll upgrade to a Darkhold here, and then we're gonna move Malus Darkblade up. So he could make it all the way up here in forced march, but that doesn't seem to be very prudent. So we're gonna go up here is a good chunk of the way.
This is a struggle.
It's pretty amazing that he is outside of this. So, not that it would matter because he would reinforce anyway, but
Shut up, demon.
we will
The ocean awaits.
move the Black Ark up. And really it's to see what we can recruit. I think it's just going to be pretty much Dark Shards at this point, because I can recruit 5. That'll give me up to 19 total. 5 Dark Shards is a pretty reasonable amount, all things considered. We have some ranged from the Scourge Runner Chariot here and the Blood Rack Medusa. And then we'll have some bombardments from Admiral Leech over here too. So I think that's about it. Admiral Leech can't do anything else. And that's all. We'll take over Dreadrock hopefully next turn. Oh, he moved right back in. Which makes sense, to be inside the walls. The
Come and find me.
lizardmen are somewhat intelligent, it would appear. So, based on That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got 7 units there plus 7 there, so we'll have 14 units to my 19. So we should be able to pull this off without too much of a problem. Struggle a little bit punching through with this this kind of force right away, but especially against lizardmen. So it may be a little bit difficult, but we'll be at least outnumbering them, which is more than I can say for the first battle.
They may be cold-blooded, but I am cold-hearted.
All right, Malarner. That doesn't quite roll off the tongue. I believe we're just going to upgrade him with training off the bat, help the units in Malus's army. And then we will stroll right in.
Nowhere to run.
So even with this, it puts me at a slight disadvantage in the balance of power. And, you know, they do have a lot of Saurus warriors. And a few skinks. So I think this is a little bit of an exaggeration, but
Rise up,
we shall
warriors.
see.
Your metal.
All right, let's jump right in. So I guess I didn't notice, but one of the units here must be a siege attacker, because it could be Malus, would be my guess. He's a mover and a shaker, so. But I didn't notice in the tooltips which one of them was. Alright, so we'll probably scale the walls with the Corsairs. Makes the most sense. We'll just include the bleak swords right away. These guys don't do enough attack, and they're going to get stuck on the walls and never move. So plow in with this group. Have this group follow in, and then I think we'll have Malus and the Master go right at the door, followed by the Medusa. Actually, I'll hold her back, because I don't know how well she can shoot at the walls. The chariot, definitely not going to be able to do much of anything except for shoot. And then the Cold One Knights, I might have them hang back and wait, because they are a little banged up. I don't want to get them too beaten up at first. So I think that should do us.
Who's fast?
Nice up close and personal look at Malus Darkblade. Looks a little bit emo for someone who's possessed by a demon, but I guess you don't want to say that to his face, because that'll cut your face off. Alright, so without further ado, let's start the battle. I'll get these guys right in.
To destruction! Dark shards! Cold-blooded killers! Death is coming! To their graves!
I think I'm going to position the chariots over here, so there's not in the direct fire of both the towers here. And the Medusa might be a decent idea too. See if she can get some side shots in. Did notice in one other battle that I had played that the doors opened when these guys got up there, and they just ran right inside and closed the doors, and I lost my lord right off the bat. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. I mean, I would hope they would be smart enough not to go running in there right away, but I guess it is only AI after all.
pleasure.
Hopefully they can knock on the door and no one bugs them too much. I think we'll run in with our Cold One Knights once the door gets opened.
By your command. Dread spears. Nagarothi.
May actually have one of the spears follow them in, just in case. We definitely have quite the contingent there waiting for us. Corsairs don't do a tremendous amount of damage to the Saurus warriors, but the skinks they can rip through pretty easily.
My blade hungers.
So hopefully they'll be able to take them on pretty readily. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she might be better off just going right at the door. I don't think she's doing a whole heck of a lot there.
Chariots. Dark shards.
I prefer these guys shooting at the Saurus warriors over here. Yeah, I'm not thinking they need to waste their ammo on skinks. Oop.
Carnage. Soulless.
Oh, he came out to play. That's nice.
Darkblade. I will kill. I
Dark shards are doing their job up here, and we've got our spears kind of making their way onto the tower.
Chariots. With pleasure.
I think get a better angle on it over here.
Hack, cut.
Oop, that one slipped through. I mean, between the lot of them, they're doing a good job on this guy, so he shouldn't last a whole heck of a lot longer. He's going to run in there.
Scourge. Striking out. Finish them. Advancing. Immediately.
Oh, they closed the door on him.
To their graves.
He did run away, which I don't know if he has regeneration or not, so we'll see how that goes. But all in all, these guys aren't doing too bad.
Bloody murder.
Dark shards are definitely doing their share. I'd like to see them take these guys down. Alright, these guys have done their job and are going to come in this way. And I believe it's a good opportunity for the cold ones to come in, so
Darkblade. To their graves.
between the two of them here, they should be able to take this guy out. Seems like almost a waste to use these on skinks, but seem to be doing well enough. And this guy is just about gone. hopefully they'll start running away and everybody will decide that it's not worth their time anymore and run away too. I think we might have, yeah, these units. This one last unit here.
Bloody murder!
Get these guys to run in.
Corsairs! Dread spears!
Hopefully I can get these guys off the wall and start taking on them. It looks like everybody's about to break, so... Oh, there it goes. Good job. No, that actually went a little better than expected based on the way it looked from the balance of power to begin with, so relatively pleased about that. He just wasn't... He's big, but not big enough. Alright. Decisive victory, I will take it. What does the game know about predicting who will win or lose? Deployed 1445 and lost 322, so not bad. Malus didn't do nearly as well this time, and he was fighting Rambutan the whole time, I suppose. Alright, so I anticipate looting and occupying this settlement will push me into the position where, yeah, looks like I'm about to have a rebellion in 2 turns, so, which is fine. I mean, we'll put that down and then move on to this this last city over here. In the meantime, Malus finally gained he gained 2 levels. Look at that. So definitely give him Root Marcher. Definitely want to move him into getting Elven Healing relatively quickly, as well as getting Supernatural Tissue, because one of the problems that he has when being possessed by Zarkon is the casualty replenishment rate for his army is drastically reduced, so this will counteract that. So Elven Healing at full is plus 15%, and then Supernatural Tissue gives another plus 30%. So that's plus 45%. Should definitely take on the problem with his replenishment rate issue. And we'll take more slaves, so definitely good for the economy. Master will start pouring it right into this line because there's not a whole lot else that he can do at this point. And not looking too bad, not looking too shabby at all. So yeah, it doesn't. We unfortunately don't have the opportunity to. What is that actually? An artisan's house. Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly what we want to do at first. I mean, it's probably fine for now. Growth building would probably be better, actually. So we'll move into that. At tier 2, we can start to get the public order buildings. Alright, so I kind of want to get a peek over here at this one. Maybe we can get a look at what they have for a... Yeah, so this isn't much. I mean, they'll probably recruit a new lord to replace the one they lost here. But you won't be able to build up much in that short period of time. So I think we will add one more Bleak Sword to kind of round it out. We don't have a whole lot of options, but that'll give us some... a little bit more offense than the Dread Spears, but a little bit more defense than the Corsairs due to their shield. So we'll go with that for now. And again, we're still kind of bleeding money. Hopefully that'll kind of recoup, but this treasury should keep us through. One thing I did want to remember before I start taking on any more provinces is to set this to additional slaves. and then future provinces will probably set at no more slaves for the time being, unless we decide to turn them into our money makers. We have one more turn on this technology. Diplomacy wise, yeah, I still don't think there's a route to get here for trade purposes. Yeah, none of these guys. These guys I could probably work out a deal with, but that's probably where I'm going to go next. Kind of make an entry into the main continent here.
Something bubbles within.
All right. I think that should do it for this turn. We're starting to creep up into Zarkan land. Finish that one, and now, imminent rebellion. Yeah, so we're gonna have a rebellion here, so I think we'll put that down, and then work our way over to the Shattered Stone Isle. It's a little bit of a time sink, so these guys will build up a little bit, but hopefully they don't build up too much that I can't deal with it.
The people are displeased.
These guys will be at full health, so should be all right. And we will upgrade that, and we will convert this to, yeah, I think the growth is kind of what we need for now. We're a little bit behind since how we had to start from scratch down here in these provinces.
Shut up, demon!
And I think we'll stay put for now. These guys, can they do anything? Nope. They have... This takes 4 surplus population. We have 3, so we upgrade them next. Garrison Lord not moved. Yes, I know.
Cease your provocations.
Nothing going on there. Alright. So we'll end this turn, we'll put down the rebellion, and then we'll move on this way towards Shattered Stone Isle.
Let us not allow haste or rage to dictate business.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea, considering I'd rather just take you over. Thank you, but no thank you.
Weakness cannot be tolerated.
Alright, so... Oh, is this just skinks? I could probably just auto-resolve that.
Zarkan.
Most likely.
Malus
Yeah, it's pretty much a
end their existence.
foregone conclusion there, so I am going to auto-resolve that one, and I should replenish
Put the slave
by the time I get over to the other city anyway. I am going to
increase the pace.
march my way over here just because we're losing time.
Must stay awake.
And these guys are just building up as we take our sweet time to get over there. Alright, and we'll upgrade this. Keep that growth coming. And I think we will continue on. This one I like, so it's kind of a... Yeah, I think we'll take this first just because the armor piercing damage is definitely very useful fight against these lizardmen.
Songs shall be written of.
This guy, I think his melee attack is actually somewhat low, so going in Blade Master is probably not a bad choice.
Something bubbles within.
Alright, and this I can upgrade, which is good. It goes from 200 income to 400. Increases public order. No, public order stays the same, but growth jumps. So we will go there. And then I'm thinking that as much as I will probably wind up going in this one, walls, and then slave pens for the income. So I think we'll start with the walls. I mean, the public order has stabilized for the time being, so we don't have too many slaves there. So this isn't a bad idea. All right.
Shut up, demon!
All right. We will end this turn here, and hopefully we will take over this province quite shortly.
I can see the fear skewering their souls.
Oh, this is kind of handy. I don't think these ranked up in the previous iteration. I do like what they've kind of done with the Black Arcs. They're kind of like a horde army that can't actually go on land, but in other ways they just act just like a horde army, which is kind of neat.
I am no puppet.
Prior to this, I mean, in their very first iterations, they were pretty much useless. I mean, they give you the bombarding and the recruitment
They may be cold
abilities, but that was it. And then they added, at least to the game, where you could use them and do actual manual battles as opposed to auto battles. They used to, at the very beginning, they could only do auto battles, which, you know, your mileage can vary on those. But now they pretty much act like another lord, but just relegated to the sea. Alright, so these guys have... This shouldn't be too bad, I don't think.
Shut up, demon! Nowhere to run.
Oh, wow. I mean, wow. Yeah, it's almost all skinks, right? So, at this point, yeah, I think there's no
Show your
real point in fighting this one, so... And I think, although, I mean, that is a tremendous amount of slaves, so...
Me. Take everything of value.
Yeah, I think Loot and Occupy is still the way to go. I mean, I'll probably kick off another rebellion over on the other side.
Cain their wings, Zarkan.
So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, it's going to spawn a rebellion. So we'll have to run right over, which is probably all we'll be able to get to today. Is we'll spawn another rebellion here. We can run over there in a turn or two and put it down, and then plan our next avenue of conquest. So, alright, so it looks like we unlocked the quest for Warp Sword of Cain. And we will just continue on with Dreaded Slaver for now. And he, I believe, Noble Born Ruler. It's just adds to his leadership, which I don't know if it's that useful. I think I'm just going to continue on with training, help bring up the other troops. Okay, these guys need to get repaired. And this is income generator, which I think is a good idea for here. That's fine. Oh, and we can issue a commandment, and I think we're just going to go with growth. It's foregone conclusion we're going to have a rebellion, so might as well do that.
I am no puppet.
And we can get Sisters of Slaughter, which might be okay. A Reaper Bolt Thrower, which is kind of useful early on in the game, but not so much later. Alright, I think that should be it. Any rights that we want to do? The dilemma will offer the choice of each Dark Elf hero. Your choice will be summoned to your faction leader. The rank of the hero is dependent on the number of regions Malekith's controls. This is essentially, it just summons a hero of your choice, I believe. And then Sacrifice to Cain. Not a bad thing to use when you're about to do a lot of battles all at once. So I think we'll hold off on those.
Shut up, demon.
All right. So yeah, these guys spawned in, which will take me probably 2 turns to get over there, so
I will stay strong.
kill 1,000 enemies in battles. Challenge accepted. Unnatural vigor. Faced with yet more bland rations, this army has turned to the dark practice of cannibalism, with the hearty blessing of its catering corps. Of course. Now, once a battle has been won, limbs of the slain are being enthusiastically collected, salted, and cured for the long road ahead, with the troops thriving on these most morbid of provisions. Replenishment rate and army movement range have increased as a result.
Your words are poison.
Yeah. Well, it's only 5 turns, but yuck. Would you just suddenly decide to not be a cannibal? That's kind of odd. It's going to take me 2 turns to get over there anyway, so I don't want to get stuck. Let me see. Yeah, I should be able to make it.
I am
Just walking at normal speed. Alright, so these guys are level 2. Definitely want to throw in a torture post. May want to start getting... Yeah, we can't get any elite troops until tier 3 anyway, so... Torture posts it is. Upgrade this. Well, actually, you know what? I need to be careful a little bit, because getting a little light on the cash. So I think we'll opt this. We should get some money from defeating these guys, and then maybe we can downsize this army a bit. So probably in another turn it'll be up to 15 or so units. So can probably just combine the units that are left over and downsize just a little bit until we can kind of start to break even. Alright, lots of growth. Good, good, good. Ooh, what's going on over here? Looks like these guys got taken out.
This hurts. Bring an inferno!
He's a funny guy, that Malus Darkblade.
Rise up, warriors!
Alright.
Spare not. My ascension assured.
Ooh, I can get an Executioner's Axe, which gives -5 melee attack, but 20% weapon strength, so... Not a bad idea, I don't think. I think for Malus it might be a good idea, because his melee attack's pretty high. The Master, on the other hand, his melee attack is not very good. So maybe we'll switch him to this. Yeah, we'll switch him to this. And then you can stay with that, and you can have the Executioner's Axe, which is altogether good. Make him a lot more dangerous.
Elation in victory.
These guys, I'm still bleeding money, so I think I'm going to lose a couple of these dread spears. Well, I'll just combine the ones we have.
I am consumed.
Of course, it's going to lose the one with the rank, so I will get rid of these guys.
Fire in my soul.
Which gets us almost to breaking even, and at this point, yeah, I think I'll drop the 2 bleak swords for now. That'll give us a nice 16 and give us the opportunity to start recuperating some money, so we're not bleeding money. Malice, Eternal Hatred, I'll get that later at some point. But for now, we'll continue down the blue path. And the Master, I think, Sycophantic Schemer. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. I think, I mean, it'll be more useful later, so I'm just going to continue down here for now. Definitely helping out his melee attack. Once I get it all the way up to here, he's not in too bad a shape. And
glorious carnage.
I think I will. So yeah, I think moving in here is the best place to go. There's not a great option, really. I mean, these are unpleasant climates, so definitely take some penalties there. I'm not sure what the climate is up here, but it's probably more mountainous, which isn't the best.
The torment.
It's going to take a few turns to get over there. Okay.
There is little left of me.
I think...
No lagging.
Yeah, I'll head this way. For now. It's controlled, so I should still replenish, right?
You dare rush me.
Oh, no. He's all about Zarkhan at the moment, which... Wow, that's jumped up to 750. So... That'll be interesting. Well, I'll think about that, and I will come up with a plan for next time. But I will upgrade this. See if there's anything we can do over here. Nothing. All these areas are in good shape. So that's it, folks. We just took over the Dragon Isles, and then we're going to contemplate where we go next. Oh, we can do some research. I think we will get some income from ports. Right. So, as I was saying, we've captured this area, and we're poised to break into the mainland, which we will start to do next time. But until then, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Pit TMS signing off.